We are 3 months into 2024, and what have you accomplished? If you're like me, then probably nothing. These 3 months have seemed to go by so fast in the slowest way possible. I don't even know if that makes sense, honestly, but it was kind of like a blackout. In this past 3 months, we went on a couple of vacations, we spent time with family, but as far as tangible goals and measurable goals, kind of fell off to the wayside, right? Now, I heard this crazy statistic the other day that at this point in time, 3 months into the new year, 90% of people that had a New Year's resolution have now fallen off. Now, I don't know about you, but that's crazy. We have a 12-month span right now. In the first 3 months, 90% of people have just fallen off, have given up, have decided that's not what they want to do, and then just threw all their goals, everything that they wanted for 2024 out the window. I'm hoping to not be one of those statistics. Why do 90% of people quit in the first 3 months of the New Year resolutions? I have this theory between a 12-month goal and a 12-week goal. Now, a 12-month goal, there's no urgency. If you decide not to do anything in these first 3 months, like I've done, and looks like 90% of the population have done, then it's okay, because we still have 9 months left. That's more than half the time that we need to get our goal done by the end of the year. If I wanted to lose weight, well, it's okay. I still have 9 months. I'll just ramp up my workouts, or I'll ramp up my running, or I'll do whatever it needs to be done because I have 9 months. It's fine. No big deal, no urgency. And I don't know about you, but I am 1,000% the type of person that just fills in that time. I was that kid in school that was given a project that was due in a week. Well, I didn't go home and start that project right away. I waited until the night before and I just did it. I'm a procrastinator. I know that about myself, but knowing that about myself, I just have to put things in place to make sure that I'm pushing myself. I can't give myself a year to get things done because I just push it out until a couple months before the new year, and then I try to hustle and get everything done, and it just doesn't work, especially in these bigger goals. These big goals that we have for ourselves in the year and what we want to accomplish, it just doesn't happen in 3 months. Then if it does happen, then it's not a good time. It's not enjoyable. It's not something that we're really proud of, honestly. It's just something that we just had to get through. Also, setting a 12-month goal, it's kind of hard to measure. If you decided that you wanted to lose weight in this next year, and that was your New Year's resolution to go to the gym, work out, and lose 50 pounds, doing that consistently for 12 months is a very hard task. Thinking about it in the long run is very hard. Now, if you set smaller goals to try to hit that will help you get to the bigger goal, that obviously will give you momentum to push. It's like we need those little wins to keep pushing us forward to get to that bigger goal. And if you set a goal for 12 months out and that's what you're measuring by, then it becomes harder for us to realize that we're actually making progress. Instead of trying to break it down into a smaller, manageable goal that we can actually calculate or measure in a smaller time frame. So I read a book called The 12-Week Years by Brian P. Moran. It honestly kind of just clicked in my head, especially me being a procrastinator. Instead of making 12-month goals, let's break down our goals into 12-week goals. This not only gives us a smaller time frame to hit those goals, that makes it a little bit more urgent. This allows us to get 4 new years in a single year. And so instead of just making a 1 yearly resolution, now I get to make 4. The benefits of a 12-week year, obviously urgency. 12 weeks is a shorter time frame. Every week now becomes a month, so I gotta get something done, and every day becomes a very urgent time frame in that week. Now I have to decide what I'm doing, and if I lose a day, I'm losing a big chunk of my time. So that urgency plays into effect to my procrastinator self. Another benefit of the 12-week year is you can adjust accordingly. Having 12 months is a very long time. A lot can change. Your goal that you set in January can definitely change by the time it gets to December. It can either change or not even be worthwhile to you. Allowing yourself to do a 12-week year allows you to adjust in the moment. Even though you want to hit that goal in that 12 months, maybe what you thought you should be doing is not working. It allows you to adjust. It allows you to realign yourself and your goals and change something. And that's what we have to do in order to make our goals. We always think of goals as black and white. Either you hit it or you don't, and it's not the case. We have to learn to adjust. We have to learn to, as in friends say, pivot. Things are gonna change, we're gonna change, and if you don't pivot, the likelihood of you hitting your goals is gonna go down if you're not able to adjust and pivot accordingly. The number 3 reason why 12 weeks for a goal is a great idea is because it's easy to measure. In 12 weeks, I can see where I'm going. I can see what I'm doing in that time frame. I can see changes in my body. I can see changes in my finances. I can see if what I'm doing is working, and I can measure that accordingly. If I keep adding those up every 12 weeks, this 4-time New Year process, that's gonna add up to my big goal. It's crazy to think that we're 3 months in, honestly. It's mind-blowing to think this is where we're at. But this is where we're at, right? This is the Kobe year, this is 2024, this is where we need to be setting our momentum. If you're not where you needed to be because of your goals, or maybe you fell off your goals, now it's time to readjust. Now it's time to redo your goals and do it for 12 weeks. This is what I'm gonna do for 12 weeks, and I'm gonna stick to it, and I'm gonna measure it, and I'm gonna get after it. Instead of saying this is what I'm gonna do for 9 months, this is what I'm gonna do for 12 weeks. Utilize every day, utilize every week to push yourself to that next goal. If you're watching this video and this is something that you wanna do, we all have goals, we all have resolutions, we all have things that we want to push towards, and this is your chance to readjust, to redo. Just because the first 3 months of the year didn't go as planned and they're not what you wanted and your goals kind of fell off, readjust and reestablish those goals. We have 12 weeks until we'll do an update video, and we'll kind of go from there and see where we're at. Hopefully we're making headway and we're moving that and we're getting measurable goals on that. This is the week, so whenever you are watching this, just put out 12 weeks from this date. So mine is going to be June 15th is when my 12 weeks is up. So every day, every week, count. We're no longer counting in months, we're counting in days and weeks. This is where we're at. So every day you need to have a plan of what you're doing to step forward into your goals and to pushing that way. I will follow up on June 15th for my 12-week year. If you want to check out the book, do so. I'll link it down below. It would just be on my Amazon store. Obviously, we do get a little kickback if you decide to get that. It's not a lot. It doesn't add any money to you. We'd appreciate it, but check out that book. Even check out Libby. It's a free app, not sponsored at all, but that is what we use for our audiobooks. I love getting it. It's completely free. You just have to have a library card. You'll just download the app, put in your library card, and you'll have access to all of the books, and you're able to get those for free. So I definitely think that you should check those out as well. It'll help you get onto some goals for reading or anything like that. Check out 12-Week Year. It's a great book. It's a great read. It's a great listen. And then we'll come back in about 12 weeks and figure out where we're at and see if we're moving towards our goals, or if we have to readjust our goals, and whatever it is. Remember, it's not black and white. We have to adjust, we have to pivot, and we have to keep moving forward. It's fine, 3 months is gone, but we're here now, we're ready to go. You can start today.